The year 2020 has been declared by government as the year of roads. Now, with barely 3 months to the end of the year, we've seen and heard demonstrations and protests from various communities across the country over the deplorable nature of roads in their various localities. On this edition of the Citi Newsroom, the Roads Minister, Pokuase is on tour to inspect the level of progress on some important or major road projects here in the Greater Accra region. We are at the Pokuase Interchange, which is a 4-tier interchange started in April of 2018. Now, it is located at the ACP junction, but connects the N6 through to the Awoshi-Kwabenya Road. We'll have the resident engineer, and then we're going to bring him in to give us the details of the project. Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom, sir.
Thank you very much.
Help us understand how big of a project is this? We understand this is a 4-tier interchange, but how big of a project is it?
Well, thank you very much. As you can see, we are constructing 4 tiers. And when we say 4 tier, we mean 4 tier stack interchange, one on top of each other. And the first tier is the Accra-Kumasi Road, which is the N6. So there we have a dual carriageway, and at a point we have almost 10 lanes. 10 lanes to ensure that the middle carriageway, which will be 4, will cater for those who are going from Accra to Kumasi or to Kumasi to Accra uninterrupted. And then we have service lane and 1 lane basically for buses that will be stopping, especially at the interchange area. So that's the first tier. Now the second tier will be for traffic moving from Accra to Awoshi and from Kumasi to Kwabenya. So they are on opposite sides. And then the third tier will be for those moving from Kwabenya to Accra and from Awoshi to Kumasi. So that is the third tier. And the final tier, which is the 4th tier, is the one at the top from Awoshi to Kwabenya.
Let's look at the safety. What measures have been put in place to ensure that vehicles do not fall off since they are so high above ground?
Well, we are putting in crash barriers, and these crash barriers have been designed to ensure that when a vehicle hits it, one is strong enough to withstand the impact, and also to deflect the vehicle. So if normally a vehicle will not hit it head on, it's going to hit it at an angle, okay, or it's going to skid and hit it. Once you hit it, it will deflect, and also to ensure that the impact is not borne totally by the occupant of the vehicles.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Mr. Bimpong there, the resident engineer on this project, the Pokuase Interchange. Now, the Minister, Pokuase, has been touching on the issue of storm drains as well as compensation for persons who live within the catchment area of the interchange that were affected by the construction.
They are constructing almost a 2-kilometer storm drain, as part of the project to ensure that we don't experience any flooding in this area. Storm drain issues should be part and parcel of such projects, so that they become one solid, indivisible, composite project, so that by the time you finish the construction of the bridge, the drain issues or the flooding issues are also catered for. Enough monies are released, at the right time, to pay compensation for the work to go on. That's why this work is uninterrupted, okay? And government will continue to do that.
So the construction of the interchange has affected pedestrians, residents, as well as drivers around this area. And so we want to engage some of them so that we can get a proper understanding of how they have been affected. There is a taxi rank around where the construction is ongoing. I understand this is a temporary one. So I want to find out from the drivers where they were stationed earlier before the construction and why they have moved to this particular spot. Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom.
Thank you.
Right, so where were you earlier and how long has it been since you moved from that particular station?
Okay, thank you. At first we were at the downstairs there. So, but almost 1 year we came here. Now, I don't think here it's not a specific place for us. It's temporary. It was only last 2 weeks they came that they wanted to move their work to this place. So we are here to find out where we move to our next station.
Okay. So if I understand you, you move your station according to the direction of the construction.
That's right.
Okay, great. How is this affecting your business?
Actually, it mostly affected us and the customers. Because mostly, anytime a new customer comes, we are not at the other station again. So actually, it affects us more.
So now you've been told that the construction is moving towards this direction.
Yeah.
Where are you moving the station to?
And as I said, we are here to hear from our leaders.
Okay.
So I think if it happens, we find a place to be placed.
Let's talk to some commuters as well and find out what their own experience is. How long have you used this road?
Barely about a year.
Okay. So you're familiar with where the station was before it was moved to this particular spot?
Exactly.
So tell us, between there and here, which one are you more comfortable with?
Okay, probably since we have been using these routes, this place is quite favorable to us.
We understand that in 2 weeks' time, the construction works will move towards this direction, and so the drivers will be forced to move to another location. How would this affect you?
Okay, if the station is being moved again, for now we don't know where it's going to be moved to, but it's not going to affect us much during the day, but in the evening time, that is where it's going to affect us much. But definitely we know here to be our landing point, and when this project is completed, this place is no more going to be our landing point. So definitely it will be worrying a little bit, mostly in the evening, not at the daytime, in the evening. So I think there should be a suggestion whereby this station or where we bought our transport to our various locations, they should provide a security for us, those who will be boarding car from here, because in the evening this place is very, very, very risky.
Thank you very much. Also, my colleague Philip Ni Latte is following the minister to the last point of his tour somewhere in Adregano, and he has a report from there as well.
The Minister of Roads and Highways, Kwesi Amwakwata, and his team later inspected the Adregano boundary road connecting American House within East Legon to assess the level of work on the project. Though the construction of the road, which will ease traffic in the area when completed, was ongoing, some buildings within the road reservation along the Accra-Tema motorway were pulled down to pave way for the project to be completed on time. According to Mr. Amwakwata, who instructed that the buildings be demolished, the structures were unlawfully built within the road reservation. He says all buildings cited wrongfully along roads will be demolished.
Last April, when I was here with them, I gave an indication that these two houses were standing in the road reservation. And I said emphatically that as the project progresses and we get to this place, those houses will be pulled down. And I want to stand on this to serve a warning to all potential developers, particularly those who build along the roadside, to contact the Ministry of Roads and Highways.
Mr. Amwakwata, however, noted that government is not obliged to compensate the owners of the demolished buildings.
It's government land, that you have even trespassed. So I can tell you, no compensation is paid for the land.
Wow, thank you.
No compensation is paid for the land, and it will never be paid. Compensation will never be paid.